Kanye, your host for Born With HIV podcast, a podcast where we talk openly about HIV and the unfiltered stories and talking about the stigma. So on today's podcast, we have our guest, Juliana. Juliana, welcome to the podcast, the Undetectable Gang. I'm 2K. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so who is Juliana? Can you please tell us about yourself?
Okay, so I'm Juliana Maries. I'm 19 years old, turning 20 December. I was born with HIV and I lived in children's home my whole life. I didn't know my parents. Yeah.
So since you mentioned that you stay at a home, how was taking treatment in that environment? Did you tell anyone at the place? Yeah.
So like for me, it was like only the carers knew, and I never kept my own tablets. The carers used to keep it, so they used to give my. The only thing I didn't like when they give my medicine, they would like shout, "Juliana, come fetch your tablets!" Like literally, everyone is here, everyone is listening. So obviously, children are all gonna come to me and ask me, for what is the tablets, you know. But I never used to tell them why. I used to always just tell them about the charm story. Yeah. But as I grew up, they started realizing that, they used to spread rumors, Juliana is bringing this for HIV. But I never used to take note of it.
Okay. Hey Juliana, giving me a lot of questions. I have questions. Okay, so not having parents and living with HIV, how were you coping? How did you handle that?
So when I was young, it was hard to cope because I had so much questions, and you know, when you're younger, you don't understand. But as I grew up, I had more questions, and then they could tell me only because I was old enough for them to tell me. So I heard that my social worker took me away from my mom because their background wasn't stable for me to be with them. Yes, so it was either I was gonna end up on the streets and things. So I feel like I'm not mad at my family. I feel like they left me in good hands. So I hope that they died, but like at least they left me in a safe place for me to grow up and not in the streets before they died. And like I said, as I grew up, I started accepting myself because then there was like a change in my life. When I moved from this one home to another home, I remember that time when I moved to another home, that was the time when I accepted God in my life, and that helped me accept myself as is. And I also told myself that it's not my fault because then the social worker also then let me attend a group, like a support group, system group. And it was really interesting for me to be in that group because to hear from other teenagers and their experiences outside and my experience, you know, I learned a lot, and it was, the doctors were supportive at the clinic. Yeah, so it was like some weight off my shoulders.
Yes. Like, tell me about the rumors. How did you feel about hearing rumors about yourself in the home?
So when I was young, it was like I kind of did feel ashamed, and it's almost like this, you know, whole lot of voices in your head that tells you that you're good for nothing and that and that. Because I mean, that time I felt like I have nothing. I live in a home, I have no family, and this rumors about me HIV, and you know, all of that was just like, it really made me feel down, depressed, and I was in the point where I used to like want to do suicide or, you know. And I remember this one time, I was still like about 11, 12. I was on my way to school. So then she was like, Juliana, you know why you're drinking tablets? And I'll be like, yes, I know why. And she was like, no, you have HIV. Imagine, I was on my way to school, lady, and you're telling me that I have HIV. That morning, I was like, guys, my heart was like, it was stopped. Like, I was crying, I was shaking in the taxi when my transport came. I was literally like shaking. I felt like my life is done. It's the end. I went to school, I didn't even want to talk in class. I was full of tears. I thought my life is the end. Like literally.
So you're telling me that your heart stopped and like it was like you're having a horrible day. Did you know what was HIV? Did you understand the message that you got from the lady who told you that you are HIV?
So that time, I didn't know much about HIV, but all I knew was that you can die of HIV. So that's what I thought. Like my brain was like, before I die, I want to party, I want to do this, I want to experience a lot of stuff. Because that was on my mind that time. I was still young and I was like, I want to do all of this stuff before I die. Because all I thought was, I'm going to die. I didn't know much about HIV. Only the time but then the social worker, because I had a lot of questions about this HIV, the social worker then educated me more about HIV and how to survive through HIV and that I will be as normal as any other person out there.
Okay, so how old were you when you were in that situation of wanting to do adult things, maybe drinking and doing anything because you're thinking you're gonna die?
To be honest, since the day actually when I heard that I have HIV, it was like my life I don't know, I was just the naughtiest child at home. I think I was 11.
Okay, you were so young.
I was young though, and I was even that before that I was like, I didn't understand. I would just tell them, oh, I'm drinking for germs. Yeah.
So, girl, did you disclose about your status to anyone close to you or just anyone?
Yeah, like since I did find out I have HIV, I was that kind of person. I would just, if someone asked me about my status or why am I drinking tablets, I'll just tell them if they have something to say. It's their own, thing. Whatever judgment they have against me, I don't care because, it's me. I can't change what I am, you see. But sometimes I got that response where they were like, that I'll kill them. Just by drinking, I'll kill them just by drinking my tablets. Like an example, especially when you grow up, right? It's more harder just to tell someone that you have HIV. Because as a student, I live at the student race, right? And I remember my roommate asking me, why am I drinking my tablets? So I thought, why am I drinking so much tablets? Because I drink my vitamins and my ARVs and all of that. So then she was asking me, why am I drinking so much tablets? And I told her why I drink each tablet for. When I said I drink this one for HIV, she was like, okay. But she was cool at that time. And the next moment she trips on me because she started coughing and she tells me, you're killing me. And I told her, how am I killing you? And she was like, you're killing me. At school, I used to study this tablets and you're killing me. And I told her, how can I kill you just by drinking my tablets?
Oh.
Like, make it make sense. And she went to go spread that rumors to everyone on the race.
Girl, spread the rumors.
She spread the rumor to everyone. And I was so shocked. I was like, at the same moment, I was so down and I didn't know what to do at that moment, because when everyone just looked at me and weird when I walked, I was like, what's going on? And here, this other girls from the friends of mine at race came to me and they were like, you have HIV, show me. And I'm like, how do you guys know? And they were like, this girl told us, your roommate. And I was like, how dare she? But at that moment, I didn't go attack her. I was just so emotional that I was so low. I didn't know what to do. I went quickly to my support group. I went to go call one of the doctors here at the clinic, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm feeling so down. One of the girls just went to go straight my status and told me that I'm gonna kill her, but just by drinking my tablets. I really don't know what to do. And she was like, I must stay calm. I know what's true. I know that I cannot spread anything because I'm detectable. And I was like, okay, just by her telling me that, reminding me that I am undetectable, I felt like, oh, Juliana, why didn't you remind yourself already? This girl is just jealous, or she has something that
she doesn't have knowledge about HIV.
Exactly. So then I was just like, you know what, it's fine. I went there, they sent me to another room, and everything is fine. Like, no one looks at me. They know now. But it's not like they look at me at a different way, you see, because they would never say. I mean, I just moved at that student race, and I am house committee already.
Oh.
It's almost like a captain thing where you look after and see who does this. And I mean, for me, it's almost like children's home. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had that room spreading. And I remember when the holidays, when I went for holidays, to my girlfriend actually, yeah, just to go visit her, and that place, it was like at the farm, right? We went, but that place, they're so judgmental about people that lives with HIV, because this one girl, they all found out that she had HIV. She lost her job because of that rumors. Yes.
That was bad.
Exactly.
That was bad.
She lost her job because of that rumors. If I don't know what they have against HIV, but that was so bad. I was so mad that, I also wanted to speak, but at the same time it was like, this is not my place. I'm far from home. I never know what can happen if I just be like, oh, I also live with HIV, you see. But at the same time, I was there for that girl and I supported her.
I can't believe that in 2025 there's people who still stigmatize HIV. What's your take? Look at me and you, we're undetectable gang, like you're not okay. Imagine. Okay. It's not our fault that we are born with HIV, you see. So, what's your take on the stigma?
I think people hasn't gained more knowledge or understanding about HIV. They are just judging, maybe like people say some of them have people that have, close people that have HIV that passed away, and now they having that against us. We can also not judge what they have in there, but I feel like there should be community groups coming together and talking about it, teaching each other about it, so that we don't have this misunderstanding between everyone.
So what can you tell a young adult living, or a teenager that is living with HIV?
What I would tell that young teenager is keep going, keep achieving what you can, because look at me, I'm still here, I'm still doing my thing, still at college. I've been the best students that they even send to the cruise ships to go do competitions, because I put my all out there, it's not that I live with HIV, I can't do what I'm made for in this world. So I use my talents, I use, what I can, and show people out there that I can achieve even more than what they can achieve. You see, and I'll just tell the girls to just keep on going, be strong, and do not give up, do not look behind, because it's only the future she should look ahead for.
Okay, that's a good advice. I hope you guys heard from Juliana and you take that advice seriously. Okay, so guys, and I also think like support is very important for people who are living with HIV. Support is the way, because without support, a person is not going to give, is not going to care.
Yes.
You see. So yes, for being here with us today. It was a great time being with you here. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the Auntie Game. Perfect. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow us on TikTok.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye.